Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the Festive Gingerbread House by LEGO. This is set number 40809, contains 498 pieces, retails for $39.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, well, so far this is what it looks like. It doesn't look like anything I've seen before. And that's as far as we got in the last installment, and today is September 26, 2025. And the build is keeping my interest so far. I'm not losing interest at all. And yeah, we got a detailed interior. It's kind of cozy. And the outside complete with stickers. And we did the unboxing. The stickers came in this condition. So I think the best thing is to keep the installments relatively short on this one for easier digestion and stuff. And yes, I think in this installment we're going to cover bags 3 and 4, which is the other portion of the first floor. Okay, so this thing's like a clamshell. It closes up when we're done. And so far I'm pretty pleased with the set. It's not boring at all. Alright, let's begin. Let's build it with bag 3. There has been some talk going around about, which I'm kind of getting tired of hearing, the rapture that's supposed to happen, and I just kind of rolled my eyes to that one, just thinking, oh. It was something even last night I couldn't even escape off of Discord. Did you hear about this? I was like, yeah, and I don't really care to. It was for a whole hour topic, and I just thought, I would kind of change the topic about other things that were more you know, more festive type things. And we don't want to be hearing that rub against the wall there. This tripod is kind of wiggly. I think I need to, what's making this thing really wiggly? I need to tighten those legs up. Okay, so yeah, let's get going here. Let me kind of keep everything separate so I don't make a mess up here like I normally do. So yeah, step 1 is to do that, or 41, you do that and you put that there. And we were talking about in the last installment, is this going to be a collaborative build? Well, this obviously answers our question here, but it still could be if the second floor is, you know, I doubt it. So if you're a parent looking for something to do with your child, this may not be it. This may be one of those sets that you'll have to build alone here. That's never fun, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But this one is really kind of enjoyable to put together here. We got 2 in 1. Oh, I see. We don't need that. Yeah, I was just sitting. I took about maybe a 10-minute break between installments, trying to think of some ideas for tutorials. I got a couple of them that I wrote down. I just got to get to them. Getting to that stuff is another issue because right now we have reviews. We're still in review land right now, unfortunately. And the thing about review land is it's anything but fun, because I'm building, of course, somebody else's interpretation of an idea, but I want to get to my own stuff. I won't be getting to anything of my own for a while, but this might be a good inspiration. But I've been seeing this one sitting on the shelf, and I thought, oh, I really want to get into the gingerbread house. So this one looks really interesting. So here I'm actually doing it. Ooh, these come in cool yellow. Too bad I can't buy them because of the stupid tariffs. Not going to get into that one, but I got some really good ideas I want to share with you folks. Just got to get done with reviews first. Okay, there we go. And this one here, okay, it goes right here. We can close this up now. I think this is going to be a complete isolated build. I think this one you're just going to be able to reach up and pick it up and put it in your city without even have to modify it. we always talk about how much modifications do we need to do with the set in order to put it into a city where we can make it where what I call city drop-in value. Can it be set in with the city with very minimal to no work involved? And it looks like this one here, looks like it is. You notice how I opened up the door? That's the best way to put hinges on so we can put them on the right way. They show it like this, but you can close it now. And yeah, still got that raspy throat issue, but hey, I feel a lot better. Been sleeping longer hours. I mean, we're talking 10 or so hours. So my body is worn the Smurf out. Somebody had left a comment I read a few moments before I started this, and they asked me, you know, I noticed you talk about removing comments. What about constructive criticism? Because, you know, this guy was being honest, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, constructive criticism is welcomed here. I may not like it, as long as it's kept clean, where it's not like you're calling me some very bad names or insulting me. I'm okay with it. You know, that's the whole goal of this. Once it starts getting involved with cussing me out and stuff, that's not cool. You don't want to do that. It's boring, you know. I don't cuss in these to keep them family friendly. So no, you know, and also respect everybody else who leaves comments on here too, because they don't want to read that stuff. So as long as it's constructive, I'm not going to delete comments. I will delete them if they're very just just hateful, like just nasty hateful. Some people are like that. I don't know why, but especially on a Lego channel, it's like, really? Ooh, these come in this color. Man, Lego, please. I'd say some other things. It's not related to Lego, but it would start a whole drama thing in the comments. That's why I don't like tariffs. The money's going somewhere, but not to anything that's going to help us, but I'll leave it at that. But I want to get a hold of some of these parts. But if you go to the Danish Lego website, they got a whole bunch of parts. I was like, oh man, if I can just get a hold of these. And unfortunately, I cannot. Boy, this is looking really good. This would make if you just change out the gingerbread colors to something else, like the nougat and brown, this would make a good little place set, like a Creator 3-in-1 house. If anybody remembers those type of sets, yeah, this would really work. Really work. And the Creator sets, if you all remember those. One of my buddies on my Discord, he says he misses the old Creator sets. Yes, I do too. I really do. It's just the fact that you cannot get a hold of certain parts anymore, but the old Creator sets had them, like doors, windows, slopes. It was a good inspiration to build your own house. Not anymore, though. Another thing I missed, though, on the older sets, there was more imaginative play with it than having pre-made stuff. The only thing I want pre-made is no stickers. Everything else I want to use my imagination. And yeah, that doesn't look too bad there, does it? Looks pretty good. Alright. These are a nice piece to have. If you start getting these, hang on to them. In fact, you get those type of parts, put them in their own special bin. Some of my tutorials will be using those in 2026. Yeah, just to hang on to them, because it's a nice part to have separate from your regular bricks. Alright. Kind of mash that down, and then this goes right here. Now we're working on the inside, so I don't know, like that. I think it looks better if we started over there, but we can obviously open this up all the way too and focus right here. Except we're still working here. This one comes in red. Hey, at least I'm obtaining parts to make my own stuff, but it's not quite enough to really build my own items. I need to, you know, if you've watched me for so long on my main channel, you know how I am about detailed builds. So if I think I'm going to need like one of those, I'll probably need 100 of them. Okay. And this goes right here. This is looking really good so far. Really good. These type of sets I like putting together. I got done with those Star Wars sets and I'm just like, oh goodness, I don't want to do those. I got the Star Wars done. Now we're doing Christmas sets. These are always fun to do. Okay, before I press that down, I'm glad now I didn't. There's no brick separator, so be very careful. Alright. And we're getting there. Now we got to put together a door. It's probably going to take another donut, so we'll put the donut on first. And we need sticker number 2, which is this miserable thing. Which way does that go? Okay. It's got a mail slot in there in the door. There we go. Just says post, so this is probably the post office. Yeah. Uh-oh, let me get up and mute that. That's going to go off. Discord sometimes will start going off like a shotgun. And there's the door. Not too bad. And then this goes here with the door opened up. That's how they show it like that in the book. I guess we got to let that fresh cold air in. I wish it was cold right now, but it's not. It's hot and miserable and not fun. Alright. But sometimes you could tell certain sets will keep my interest. Like, I'm not into Star Wars, so obviously if you watch my Star Wars builds, you know that I'm not too interested in those type of sets. But when it comes to something like this, I'm like living this one up here. Yeah, the program I'm using to write up my building guides, they have not patched that problem. So I have an older computer that's running the older version of Studio, and basically I'm just using one to draft out the building guides, the other one to render it right now. It's kind of sad, but no, that's your kitchen sink. I think that's what that is. Yeah, not too bad. There we go. Really nice. Okay, and now it looks like we're building some other random thing here. Okay. It's all little parts from here on out, so this could be like a little oven. That's probably what this is. Okay, mash that down, set that here, and then that's it. Take a better look at that for bag 3. So that's what we've done. Looks pretty cool with it opened all the way. It looks like a set of apartments, but then you can close it up. It looks like a complete house inside. Well, we're not done with that yet. And this is what we have remaining here. If you have one of each, that's fine. We got a bunch of ones in here. And yeah, not not too bad at all. Not too bad. Okay. Got bag 4. And while I'm unbagging this, I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. It's always a big help because I can bring more content to you. I've got enough now. I can start scrounging up some spare time. Means I can bring out some exclusives. I want to thank my Patreon supporters for sticking around. Remember, on Patreon you can also make a request too, and I'll see if I can try to fulfill it. If I don't have a guide done, then yeah, I won't be able to, obviously. Thank you to my Rebrickable customers. Same goes for you. If there's something that you're interested in, just ask. I may have it, I may not, I don't know. So you can always ask for things. And especially thank you to everyone who takes the time to subscribe to this channel and leave comments and positive stuff instead of just being hateful and rude and mean and all that other non-holiday cheer. Uh-oh, I put this in wrong. Uh-oh, what do I do without a brick separator? That's where that's going to get dinged off a point. I got to grab one. Doesn't come with it, sadly. I'm going to say probably an 8.5 just because without the tool with little pieces is never good. But the funding does not go to buying sets. No. We do not buy sets with that. Sets. It's just wrong. Okay. Save the sets for your kids, your grandkids. And of course, those are just complete volunteer. I don't. You notice I don't say, everyone, come on, you gotta send donations. That's begging. I don't beg on here. I didn't have them before, so. There we go. But anyways, though, building sets like this are a treat. Holiday stuff is usually fun, except for the holiday calendars that are not related. I think my favorite ones out of those holiday calendars were the Friends, followed by the Frozen City, Harry Potter, and then that Star Wars thing is a dead last. I thought that was probably the most non-desirable one I didn't like. You know, I'm sure somebody out there's going to like it. There's, you know, there we go. And then this goes right here. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Yes, you can. Let me bring that in a little bit more for you. Okay. Oh yeah, these are just my notes. These are not to be construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. And the reason why I'm doing that because I do make mistakes and mess up from time to time in these. So if there's some mistake or you can't see something, my apologies. That's why I'm not, you know, I mean, unless I was literally getting millions of views on here, I really can't spend the time to make complete detailed how-tos. But somebody did suggest I should make some of these for memberships. Oh, well, this is already a paid promotional item. I cannot do that. Alright. Yeah, so my goal is try to get this one built today. Get it fully done. And kind of move on and get some other projects done. So my goal is to get this one fully reviewed today. Making sure I only got 11 minutes. Uh-oh, I bet probably just enough to finish up this building guide. Or just this section, we don't know yet. 11 minutes, it's not too bad. Now I'm struggling to find parts. Oh no. And I think, yeah, this is probably what we're going to be doing. Just keeping the parts smaller here, like the installments. It's nice to have a 2-hour video, but editing a 2-hour 4K video is brutal. It literally takes, like my internet uploads them in in a few moments, but to do a full 4K edit that's almost the length of a full Hollywood production movie, it takes a long time. Even on my modern machine with an i9 clocked at 6 gigahertz, it still takes a lot of time to process a full 4K at 120 frames. On YouTube it doesn't support it, but you know. Alrighty, we're getting there. Okay. And then there we go. And that goes right here. That's looking really good, isn't it? Even the inside's starting to get done. But if it was snowing right now, the snow would fall inside, and we got to prevent that. When it's snowing in there and it gets all snowy and cold. I wish it was cold right now. Oh, we got ourselves a little seat. Set that there. Looks like we're building ourselves a little side table. Trying not to yawn in your ear. That's how relaxed I am, and plus it's hot. I got to change my air condition filter. I always change it every month because it just gets clogged. Yeah, I always appreciate the comments on here. I don't get a whole lot, but at least it's maybe because I block all the drama llamas. I don't know. And I get a little hot-headed. I'm like, what? I have to read it like 20 million times, and if I'm not sure, I always have a buddy of mine read it. Girlfriend or somebody like that, let her read it. And if they think it's also offensive, then that's when I will take action. But most time I'll read it, and I'm thinking, maybe they meant this. So I try to read it from different angles before I make a judgment on things. That kind of, you know. Yeah, so if you're looking for a very calm build that's for a single builder, yeah, this one I'd say is pretty good. If you're looking for collaborative build, so far I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that this one's a miss. I don't think this one's meant to be built by multiple people. I wish it was. It's not. There we go. And putting that there. Alright. How much memory card do we have left? 6 minutes. Okay, I got plenty of time to burn on this. I don't want to waste minutes on it, but I'm, you know. Yeah, we're getting there. This would look good in your winter village. For 40 bucks, it's a bit pricey, but you know, oh man, I am sweating all over the place. Okay, it's hot because I got all these lights on in here. I put my hand up to them, they're just barely warm because they're LEDs, but just the wavelengths off the light, boy, it just makes it hot. Okay, let me back the zoom out for you. So right now we're just putting on the second floor, and a lot of these are just kind of pieced together. And then looks like the 6s go towards the center here. It's looking good, isn't it? We're getting there. I'm going to finish this one out, and I'll have to swap out memory cards. But hey, you know what? It's better than running out of memory, because I've been running out of a bunch of memory lately on these things. Because after this, I got to save up all my memory cards for that big giant tree, because we're going to do detailed walkthrough on that one as best as I can. Alright, so there's a tile that goes behind here, and then this goes here. And then we have another one of these cupcake surprise things that go right here. Okay. And that's it, with just these few pieces remaining. Not too bad. And that's it. So bag 5 and 6 do the second floor and roof. We'll save that for the last installment. And the roof, we're going to get lucky here, as it looks like it is a duplicate. Yes. So we are in luck. Summation of Thoughts, and so far this looks pretty good. Doesn't quite close, but probably because we're not done yet. I'm thinking when I do the tour, I'm just going to bring it up like this. I mean, you can't see inside really. Usually these Lego houses are always dark inside. Well, let's get a door that I can open up here. Or do I have to stick the finger in there? But yeah, really can't see in there. I mean, I got 4 minutes left to burn. Hey, with the ring light it makes it. I mean, it's a complete house. I could pick this up and put it in the city, because it's, so far it's finished off on all the sides. Or expand it out, and if you got 2 of these, you can make a little set of apartments. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. And even Santa Claus is pleased with this one. And so far, I'm going to say I'm really happy with this one. It's not lame or boring. I'm enjoying this one. So Lego, I think, did a good job on this. It's just the shame without the brick separator and the crunch stickers. But, you know, I'll have to try to learn to look past that. But tell me what you think so far. Honestly, this is really a fun one to put together.